Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to another episode of Video Game Pickups. In this video I have a load of Amiibos to show you and some video game pickups as well. For the first part of this video I'm going to show you some Amiibos which I have been getting into collecting recently, and then for the other part of this video I will show you some video game pickups with gameplay footage included, of course. So let's get started. First up we have the Mario Amiibo. This is from the Super Mario series. Mario never hesitates to leap into action when there's trouble in the Mushroom Kingdom. Known for saving the world and Princess Peach countless times from Bowser, Mario is a true superstar. He's got amazing jumping skills and makes use of a wide range of transformations. Mario has also powered up into countless roles: referee, doctor, sportsman, dancer, kart racer, and many more. That's the Mario Amiibo. And next up we have the Mewtwo Amiibo. This is from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Crafted from modified Mew DNA, Mewtwo was designed to be the ultimate Pokemon. It didn't take on any of Mew's kinder traits, and only uses its intelligence to destroy its enemies. Or so it seems. Perhaps it just feels frightened or even tormented, and that's why it lashes out. Whatever the reason, Mewtwo is not to be messed with. That's the Mewtwo Amiibo. And next up we have the Palutena Amiibo. This is from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Palutena, the goddess of light and ruler of Skyworld, hails from the Kid Icarus series of games. She goes to great lengths to protect her people and those who dwell on the surface lands below. She watches over Pit as he does battle, sending him messages telepathically and using her powers to help him. That's the Palutena Amiibo. And next up we have the Peach Amiibo. This is from the Super Mario series. Princess Peach presides over the Mushroom Kingdom from her huge castle. Though she's often the target of Bowser's schemes, Princess Peach is far from a simple damsel in distress. She's a natural at tennis and golf, a ferocious driver, and can more than handle her own at adventuring and battling. That's the Peach Amiibo. And next up we have the Cat Peach Amiibo. This is also from the Super Mario series. After grabbing a Super Bell, Princess Peach becomes Cat Peach and gains cat-like features like scratching, climbing, and pouncing, and a perfect coat of fur. That's the Cat Peach Amiibo. And next up we have the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo. This is from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Fly high with the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo figure. With her majestic Loftwing by her side, Zelda steps into her destiny along with her childhood friend, Link. Scan this Amiibo figure from anywhere on the surface world to quickly travel to the sky, even within the depths of a dungeon. Scan it again above the clouds to return to the same spot on the surface. That's the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo. And next up we have the Daruk Amiibo. This is from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild series. Daruk is one of the champions in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. He's not only a natural leader, but is also a mighty fighter with a big heart. Well loved by his fellow Gorons, Daruk is a powerful ally in helping Link vanquish the threat of Calamity Ganon. That's the Daruk Amiibo. And next up we have the Mifa Amiibo. This is from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild series. Mifa is one of the champions in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. She is the beloved princess of the Zora tribe, and the elders of the tribe still remember her incomparable kindness. Aside from her role as a champion, Mifa was also a valued friend to Link all those years ago. That's the Mifa Amiibo. And next up we have the Rivali Amiibo. This is from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild series. Rivali is one of the champions in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. A member of the Skyward Rito tribe, he's a skilled pilot who can be a tad arrogant at times. Even though he's a champion, Rivali resents Link for being the hero of Hyrule. That's the Rivali Amiibo. And next up we have the Urabosa Amiibo. This is from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild series. Urabosa is one of the champions in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. She is a fearsome warrior, and credit to her people, the Gerudo tribe. Though she has a fiery personality, Urabosa cares deeply about Princess Zelda and the fate of Hyrule. That's the Urabosa Amiibo. On to the games, and first up we have Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising on the Game Boy Advance. This is a turn-based tactical game. Just when you thought you'd seen the last of them, the Black Hole Army is storming back in this sequel to the award-winning Game Boy Advance strategy game. With new commanding officers under his command, Sturm is leading a new invasion force, and it'll take advanced strategy to stop him. This game features new commanding officers and CO powers. Fight back against a horde of Black Hole Army COs and use new super CO powers, like Typhoon and Max Blast, to rain destruction upon your enemy. There are also new units and terrain features in this game, and you can also use the new features in the map designer to create even more challenging maps. And you can battle your friends as multiplayer modes bring you head-to-head against your friends. And you can create your own battle maps, then trade with your friends or challenge them to a war of advanced proportions. That's Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising on the Game Boy Advance. And next up we have CT Special Forces on the Game Boy Advance. This is a Metal Slug clone. Special Forces commandos have all the necessary means for putting an end to threats. Your team is made up of experts, men who are highly trained, heavily armed, and ready to intervene in all the world's hot spots. The first member of the team specializes in urban interventions and is a parachutist. With an ultra-modern arsenal and sophisticated equipment, the second team member has perfect self-control in all situations, can survive extreme climates dressed in jungle camouflage, and meets all the demands of the CTSF infiltration missions. Last, an attack helicopter pilot will accompany you to offer support in the most perilous missions. His specialty, surgical strikes. They will know how to win this unforgiving battle. That's CT Special Forces on the Game Boy Advance. And next up we have Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance. This is a Metroidvania game. While lending mission support on planet SR-388, interstellar bounty hunter Samus Aran is attacked by an X-parasite, an organism with the ability to mimic the abilities of any creature it infects. Near death, Samus is saved by a cure made from the DNA of the last Metroid, the X-parasite's only predator. When the X spread to a research station in orbit around SR-388, a weakened Samus is forced to exterminate them all, or die trying. Search out the X, experience classic Metroid gameplay as Samus explores the secret passages of a massive research station teeming with hostile life forms. Samus must master new moves, climbing to ledges, leaping to high ladders, and firing new weapons. There's nowhere to hide. The SAX, an unstoppable X mimicking Samus, is on the loose, and it could be just around the corner. Samus Aran returns in an all-new Metroid adventure in Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance. Next up we have Evil Twin, Cypriens Chronicles on the PlayStation 2. This is a platformer. Enter an enchanting and disturbing world. Evil Twin will take you into the depths of your imagination, into your dreams and your nightmares. Cyprien finds himself drawn against his will into a dreamlike and twisted world. An intriguing plot takes Cyprien through 8 levels in which he must fight enemies and solve riddles until he meets the source of all this evil and faces the final battle. This game boasts a subtle and balanced mix of enchanting adventure and pure action, through a stunning universe of 8 floating islands with more than 70 levels of breathtaking graphics and special effects. And there are 100 characters and challenging enemies to face. That's Evil Twin, Cypriens Chronicles on the PlayStation 2. And next up we have Police 24/7 on the PlayStation 2. This is a Zapper game. I'm going to be showing you gameplay footage of this using a Zapper, and this is another game where it's a little weird to capture footage using a Zapper. Now this game was meant to use a camera to detect the player's position so they can duck out of range, like the reload feature in Time Crisis, if you will. Now normally you can do that by using the D-pad controller if you would just play with a controller, and that's perfectly fine. And you can do that without having the camera. But I want to use a Zapper. So what Zappers can you use? You might think you could use the G-Con 2, because that has a D-pad on the back of it. No. The G-Con 2, or any G-Con for that matter, Namco style light guns, do not work on this game, unfortunately, so you can't do that, which is very unfortunate. But then you might be thinking, hey, why don't you just use one of those Zappers that has a reload pedal, like this? This has a reload pedal in it. Well, this Zapper does work. This works fine, but the reload pedal does not work, because it specifically needs you to use a D-pad type feature, which this does not have. It has reload buttons, it has reload pedal, but it doesn't have the ability to use that movement control to duck in, if you will. So what you have to use is one of these Konami style Zappers. Like this is the Konami Justifier, the most powerful Zapper imaginable. I actually really love this Zapper, it's great. But the thing about that is you will have to have the controller in your other hand to use the D-pad. So you'll have to use a combination of the two. I recommend this Zapper in particular as well, because you'll have to use it one-handed, and it is very light. It makes it a lot easier to do that when you're firing away. You could also put this down on the ground and press the buttons with your feet if you wanted to. I've tried that in the past on Time Crisis actually, but I think you would be better off holding this in your other hand and using this with your firing hands. There you go, that is how I will be capturing footage for this game. Let's get to the gameplay footage. As a police officer in the LAPD, you must stop the illicit antics of a ruthless gang of Japanese organized criminals suspected of smuggling weapons. Pursue the gangsters through the clubs, bars, restaurants, and streets of Little Tokyo, LA. You never know where they might lead you. Arrest gang members or take them out, but don't forget to dodge their returning fire, as you do what's needed to take part in a dangerous undercover mission to eliminate their leader. You're the one who will crack the case in Police 24/7 on the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Metroid Prime 2 Echoes on the GameCube. This is an action-adventure game. Become the bounty hunter behind the visor once more. Hunted by a mysterious entity and a warring race called the Ing, Samus Aran must explore the light and dark worlds of a doomed planet. But time runs short. This game features tons of new power-ups and lets you travel through portals between light and dark ether as you explore massive worlds crawling with enemies. It's a war of light and darkness in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes on the GameCube. Next up we have Ikki Tousen Eloquent Fist on the PSP. This is a beat-em-up game, which is based off the Ikki Tousen series, and this is actually the limited edition cover version of this game. This is a Japanese game, but the PSP is region free, so it plays just fine. There are 2 game modes to this game, Story and Arcade, and the Arcade mode is what you are seeing right now, which lets you select from a wide range of characters from the show, and just play the stages themselves. And as you can see, if you don't know Japanese, that's not really a problem with the gameplay itself, at least inside of the stages. The presentation of this game is pretty much on par with a lot of similar Japanese games, but it's the gameplay which drew me to procure this import, and it's good. And considering this game is fairly sought after, I got a great deal on it as well. That's Ikki Tousen, Eloquent Fist on the PSP. Next up we have Cold Fear on the Xbox. This is a survival horror game. In the throes of a ferocious Arctic storm, distress signals are sent from a seemingly abandoned vessel. As Coast Guard veteran Tom Hansen, you board to investigate and discover the unthinkable horrors lurking beneath the ship's bloodstained decks. This game lets you unleash a torrent of weapons and create traps, and use shotguns, flamethrowers, or any object you can find to survive, as you battle against increasingly mutated enemies in treacherous, unstable environments. Sound the depths of terror in Cold Fear on the Xbox. And next up we have Gauntlet, Dark Legacy on the Xbox. This is a hack and slash game. Alone or with up to 3 of your friends, embark on a quest to collect the mythic 13 runestones and battle the evil wizard Garm. In 60 dangerous levels, hack and slash your way through the Forsaken Province, Warrior King's Mountain Realm, Dwarves' Ice Caves, and many more. With 30 awesome power-ups, you can wield the Electric Amulet, Super Shot, Acid Breath, Fire Shield, Thunder Hammer, X-Ray Glasses, and much more. With 50 classic Gauntlet characters, you can play as the Dwarf, Jester, Knight, Sorceress, Archer, or Valkyrie, and 42 hidden characters. It's foreplay at its best in Gauntlet Dark Legacy on the Xbox. And finally we have Super Monkey Ball Deluxe on the Xbox. This is a platform game. Let the good times roll in this compendium of pure simian insanity. With hours of joyous, addictive gameplay, there's more fun crammed into this one box than you can shake a banana at. This includes 12 classic party games for up to 4 players, including favourites such as Monkey Tennis, Monkey Bowling, and Monkey Football. You can teeter precariously around 300 fiendishly treacherous puzzle levels, including 254 from Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, plus 46 brand new levels. It's exploding with monkey madness in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe on the Xbox. And there you have it, those are all of my pickups for this episode of Video Game Pickups. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like or a comment to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. Thank you for watching, I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time.